Hello and welcome to my review of set 76038, the attack on Avengers Tower with 515 pieces and retailed for $70 Canadian, which is actually a very, very good price when you see what you're getting. The first minifigure I'd like to take a look at on the hero side of things is Iron Man. Now, overall, this is kind of a mid minifigure. Like, it's not very good because, honestly, the best part it has going for it is the helmet and the chest and back print, but the leg print is kind of like lacking like a lot, and I think this minifigure especially could have done with arm printing, especially like if they would have left the legs like that and put arm printing on, it would have looked a little bit better, but still, this is not a very good minifigure. Uh, there's the back right there. Still, like, probably the best prints on this minifigure is just the chest and back, but the leg print is just kind of atrocious. But on the helmet, it has this old helmet piece that is far superior, that can open up and show Tony Stark's face in there. So you can have him in his angry mode, or if you want to, you can switch it around and put it in his, like, just kind of like chill mode. But anyways, you can have it open like that, make him like talking to like people, or you can have it closed and him flying into battle with these cylinders and studs that represent the thrust that he has when he's flying around. Oh, the face came off there, which is kind of a downside, is that it comes off kind of easily, but it still like holds on like pretty tight if you want to like play with him and like swoosh him around. But overall, kind of a bad minifigure, but you know, it gets the job done with an Iron Man minifigure. The second minifigure on the hero side is Thor, the God of Thunder, which, honestly, it's a lot better than Iron Man. Like, honestly, I'm not that big of an Iron Man fan to begin with. I like Thor better, but, you know, it's still just a better minifigure overall. Like, the face print is, like, good. It actually looks really good, especially with that blonde beard. But what does suck is that it doesn't match his hairpiece. I don't think it's too big a video, but it's kind of like off-putting if you like really try to focus on it. But if you're just playing with it, then you won't really notice. But he has two face prints just like Tony Stark. He has his normal face and his angry face. So you can put his hairpiece right back on there. And he has Mjolnir that they used for him for like forever now, as well as a very nice torso print and different colored arms, which gives him like a nice extra added detail. He has no leg printing. I don't really think you need a leg printing on a figure like this. Like, it would have been nice, but this I think is fine without it. But he also has like that cape piece, has red to show like his cape in the movie, and also the back we have some more printing that looks a lot like the printing on the front of him. So overall, still pretty good minifigure. Definitely better than Iron Man though. So I only have one of these guys because the other one, I broke its leg, so I don't exactly have it in the set with me. So I just have one right now. But the next minifigure is one of the Iron Legion, and this is like probably one of the best Iron Man suits that they have ever done. I love the blue and white as well as the red thrust coming out of it. It looks like super, super good. As well as that unique face piece that's just like an orange, like kind of hologram. And I think it looks really, really cool. And you can see it has the Avengers logo as well, all the detail of the Iron Man suit, and it has like a nice leg printing, a lot better than Iron Man. It is probably one of the best minifigures in the set, but it is not the best minifigure in the set. But it is definitely over Thor and Iron Man, in my opinion. It is just an amazing minifigure. The next and best minifigure is in this set is the Mark 1 Ultron. Now, first things first, this is probably one of the best minifigures LEGO's ever made. The only thing that I can prove on is maybe arm printing, but I don't really think it even needs it because the torso, the back, and the leg print is so phenomenal on this minifigure. Like, every single little detail is just beautiful. And even the fact that they printed on a clear head to give it kind of like that damaged look is like really, really cool. But on the front, you can see he has like his smile from like the armor that he like destroyed, or like the Sokovians destroyed. And there's like a little bit of damage, like with it sparking. I don't know why it's not focused. You can see it all sparking right there. And that is really, really cool. But just every little detail on this figure is phenomenal, and I'm so glad that I get to have this in my collection. I know it only shows up for like a few minutes, but I don't care. This thing is amazing. Starting off with the exterior of the set, this thing looks really, really cool. I definitely think there maybe could have been like one floor bigger, or like, I don't know. I just think that it needs a little bit of fine tuning, but it still like looks really, really cool. Like from every angle, this thing looks really cool, except for maybe the stickers. Like, they're okay. I still really, really like the stickers, but I do think a brick built one like the 2020 version would definitely have elevated this set a lot, but it's not too big of a deal. But the exterior looks really cool with all those transparent blue pieces that are really easy to spot if you're like trying to find it in like the bin of doom. Everyone has a bin of doom where they just put their broken Lego sets. But overall, everything in this set does look really, really cool with all the glass. I do think the exterior is just really, really cool. Moving on to the interior, it's pretty simple. All you need to do is just open it like that, and you get kind of like a dollhouse access. One thing that I don't like, though, is that if you're like playing with it and trying to like pull it, it opens, and there's no like kind of clip to just hold it in place while you're playing with it. So that kind of sucks, so that if you're moving it, it'll just open like that, even if you don't want it to. But it's not too big of a deal. It's just something that they could have added. But anyways, yeah, you can open it up like this, and then you can have access to all the floors right here. Beginning on the bottom floors, we have the kind of like Iron Legion like bay, where you can put your Iron Legion and have them fly out there, which we'll get to later. And over here you have the bed, or just something that you can have someone sleep on, that you can do like medical stuff too. And right in there is, if you pull it out, there is a syringe in there, so you can like play and have like one of your people like laying down and have someone operating on them. And there's also a fire extinguisher right here in case one of the Iron Legions get on fire. But yeah. But onto the exterior right here, you can actually pull these out right here. And then you can place your Iron Legion minifigure right there. Sorry. Hold on. You can just place him right there. And then you can fold him back up into the bay of the Avengers Tower, and it looks really, really cool with those two stickered pieces there. It would look better if I had two in there, but it's broken, so I only have one. But it's not too big of a deal. So then you can pull this out and down, as I showed you, and you can have them fly up and attack the Avengers on the, like, party floor. Next floor is the operating room for Ultron's Mark 1 armor that can spin like that, with those two arms that you can act like are repairing him. They're just attached to the roof, and so you can act like the armor is getting patched up right there and getting ready for Ultron to go and murder people. And on the right side, we have this analysis thing where you can pull this back and you see Loki's scepter, which, like, I think most people have made this, like, determination, but that is an absolutely terrible piece for Loki's scepter. It looks nothing like it, but for the time it served its purpose, but it doesn't really look like Loki's scepter at all. But anyways, you can see that there's the space tone, I think, right in the middle of it, just like the movie. And there's a little stickered piece there where you can show it's like scanning it and like taking all of its information in from the scepter, which is pretty cool. But yeah. And on the exterior of it, you can see the operating room right there. And it actually has really cool play features. What you can do with these is that if you push them 1, 2, you can pop out the windows, and you can have Ultron fly out and like bust open this thing, which we will see later. But that is just such a cool play feature, and I'm so glad that it's included. And on the very top floors, we have the kind of like party room, as well as like the deck area for the Quinjet to land, and kind of like the Ultron area that Tony Stark goes and kind of like creates Ultron and ends up accidentally killing people. But you can see that there are some nice stickered pieces right here to indicate like keyboards, as well as that Ultron right there, and 2 other like information stickers that you can have Tony, you know, just doing his thing over there. And on the right side is the party room, where you can have Thor get drunk off of a cup right here, so you can put that in his hand, and you can have him party and stress out about why Captain America was able to move his shield, so that's really cool. And also right here and over here are 2 secret guns. What you can do is you can open this up, and under there you can see that there's a gun there, and right behind this control desk over here is another gun. So 2 secret guns on this floor. They really want to protect that top floor. And this is what it looks like from the front. As you can see that there's the opening bench with the pistol in it right... Wait, why is that? Oh, it's right there. And you can see Tony Stark in there, as well as a better view of the sticker detail. And then you can have Thor come over here, and then you can take one of your Iron Legion guys, and you can have them break through and send Thor flying and have him like go and try to steal the scepter and such and such. But yeah, this can break apart. I know there's like a jumper thing that you're supposed to use, but I didn't want to find it, so sorry. But yeah, this can break open, revealing 2 guns up here, which are stud shooters that you can fire off, and you can pretend to have them attack like whoever you want. Like you could have Ultron taking over them and firing at the heroes, or having the heroes use these to fire on Ultron. But overall, very, very cool play features. And now finally, on the very, very top floor, we just have this like thing here that you can turn anyway, and is only connected to 1/2, so it won't exactly split apart. It'll just have like that little piece hanging right there. But right here you can see there are 2 more stud shooters, but I don't really want to fire them off as like a turret. But also you can open that up and send out a drone, which is like really, really cool. So you can go and have them like say like fire on the Iron Legion guys and fly. And you can see that there are some stickered pieces there. That one says Stark Industries. But then you can fold it back up and put it back in, and voila, perfect. There's also this very tall antenna piece right up here for like connections and stuff like that. So overall, like very, very cool. And now for my final ranking. For minifigures, I will give this a solid 8 out of 10. There are definitely some duds and like okay minifigures mixed in with some like absolute incredible minifigures. Just kind of bad, and Ultron is just really good, so there's just like really good and really bad, and then one kind of like in between, which is Thor. Now for the design, I think it's a solid 8 out of 10. It definitely needs some refining in some places, but overall it is still like really, really good for its design, especially at the time. Like all the things that they use and the way that they got to make it look like an actual like skyscraper that you could have in the Lego city. I think that is really, really cool, as well as like all the stuff like up here with like kind of like the party area and just like all the stuff on the inside, the design of it, it all works really well together. So I think that's why I gave it that. And for playability, I want to give this a 10 out of 10 because everything can interact with anything. You can have Ultron or one of the Iron Legions breaking up and attacking one of the people. You can have Thor knocking off one of the Iron Legions off the balcony. You can have the turret like fire on anyone you want, because you could pretend that Ultron has like control over the tower, and Iron Man and Thor have to like defeat Ultron and get control back in the tower. But you can literally do like everything in this set, and just the playability is unmatched with any set that I've ever seen, and just it's so incredible, and I'm so like impressed of what Lego was able to do at this scale for playability. And honestly, the value for this, sealed in box, it's like $210, but when this released, it was only $70. Like, you are definitely getting your money's worth. Like, maybe not today with the $210, but if you bought this full price, $70 Canadian, back in like 2015, 2016, I don't think you would have been disappointed. You get your money worth in this set, and that is very, very impressive. But so overall, I'd say the set is a solid 9 out of 10. Definitely some tweaking in some places, but overall, this set is just incredible. And like, if you can find it for really cheap, I would definitely recommend getting this if you're into Marvel or just Ultron in general. Thank you for watching my review. Goodbye.